Hi, everybody, and welcome to today's team meeting for Be the Change. Today is December the 8th, and I just got back from San Diego, had the best trip ever. It was so amazing. I really appreciate you guys helping me out, too. Like, when I was gone, both Lori and Laura, I was like, help, I can't access certain things, not near my computer. I was like freaking out, and I really wanted to do a recruiting post because we had our sneak peek start yesterday, and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? So you guys were awesome. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. All right, so I'm not going to go over too much as far as recognition today because we have a lot to go over as far as recruiting school, okay? So if you're listening to the recording, make sure that you have a pad of paper and a pen because you're gonna wanna take notes and you're gonna wanna apply what you learned today because this is guaranteed, okay, to take your business to the next level. If you're pushing towards rank, especially, if you're working towards emerald and diamond and you're trying to bring on people onto your team, you're going to want to do these tips. Okay, so first off, like, where do you find coaches? That's always the first question that people have when they're wanting to build a business. So there's a couple of different ways to find your potential coaches, okay? One of them, of course, is your challenge groups. So that's something that we've talked about before. When you're in a challenge group with your challengers, what you will want to do is not only find the people that stand out to you. So of course, like what I do is I reach out to the people that stand out to me first, the ones that are showing leadership skills, encouraging other people, you know, the type of skills that you would like to have with someone that, you know, you invite onto your team. So those are probably the easiest, or the easiest way is just to be looking for who stands out, okay? Then, secondly, you still want to reach out to those other people in your challenge group too. So even if you're not seeing them even post, you know, they might be having some pretty dang good results, but they might not just be posting about it. They might be falling in love with Shakeology, but they're just not posting about it. So you want to make sure you reach out to every single person that is in your challenge group around the 2-week mark, okay? Because as you reach out, and I'm going to give you guys something to say in a little bit, you will be able to let them know, hey, heads up, your Shakeology, your next shipment's going to run in a couple of weeks. Have you thought about becoming a coach? You can get that extra discount, you know, or however you want to word it. But it's a really good idea to do that about 2 weeks before their next shipment is going to be run on their credit card. And so if you don't already have a way to track your Shakeology clients, you need to start putting something like that into practice, whether it's an Excel spreadsheet, an Evernote, you know, a Google Doc, something to track your Shakeology users, you know, challengers that are using it, especially the ones that just purchased. Because a lot of times you'll find your new coaches from your challenge groups within that first month because they're like, yeah, I really like the Shakeology and I would really like to get a discount. Let's go, you know, and then you can share with them how to do that. Okay, second way to find coaches is through recruiting posts. So those are the type of posts that we've talked about. Join my team, looking for 5 women to add, you know, to my team. You know, those types of posts are what, you know, you would consider recruiting posts. Another way, again, is story-based posts. So we've talked about that through attraction marketing. You taking a picture or doing a video of how, you know, coaching has significantly changed your life. So, you know, you may be taking your son to his swim lessons or, you know, to school. You know, all the different things that you guys do throughout your day can motivate somebody to want that type of lifestyle. So it's basically just showing your lifestyle and tying recruiting into it somehow, tying an invite into it. Okay, the third way to find new recruits is, and you don't want to do scrolling through newsfeed a lot because, you know, of course, it can be time wasting, but there is a time and place, okay? If you are specifically looking for coaches that you would like to join your team or you would like to invite, you know, people that, you know, you could see maybe being your best friend, they're into the same things as you, they have the same, you know, age kids, those types of things, you'll scroll through the newsfeed. And if you see anybody that shows leadership traits, so, you know, maybe they are putting together something for their community. You know, they're doing, putting together a craft fair, you know, anything that you maybe think of as a leadership trait. Or maybe they work out every day, you know, and they're already showing posts about what they're doing. Or like maybe they said, lost 5 more pounds, you know, and they're on their own journey, but they're not a coach yet. Or maybe they're sharing recipes, you know, and when they share that recipe, you're like, oh, that looks like clean eating, or oh, that looks like paleo, you know, something that would be similar to the type of eating, you know, that we already do. Or maybe they're into running, or, you know, just something fitnessy, and they care about their nutrition. So here is the message, sample message that you guys can write down to these types of people as you're scrolling through the newsfeed, okay? So you can say, hey, whatever their name is, I'm a Beachbody coach. I've been following you. I'm loving your posts about, and then you would actually put in what you love about their posts. So maybe you would say, I love how you've been posting really good clean eating recipes or whatever. Have you ever thought about doing what I'm doing? And then that opens up, well, what are you doing? You know, some people don't even know what Beachbody coaching is, you know. Sometimes if you send them that message, they'll actually go to your page themselves, because they are self-starters, you know, most of these people, and they'll just go and look for themselves, like, so they'll figure out what you're doing. So very short, and I'll repeat that again just in case you need me to do that. Hey, I'm a Beachbody coach. I've been following you. I'm loving your posts about, and then fill in the blank. Have you ever thought about doing what I'm doing? Okay, so that's one way. All right, and then as far as like what you're sharing on social media, you might be sharing your workout and, you know, your food posts, your family posts, but you need to be going through your feed, your news feed, and seriously do a self-evaluation, okay? Ask yourself, am I sharing about the opportunity to coaching? If I am, how often am I doing it? All right. You want to be posting about the opportunity at least once a day. And you can actually mix it in where it's like a real subtle, you know, type of post where it's not, I'm looking for 10 women to mentor, you know, not, you don't want to do that once a day, because that'll be a turnoff. But you know, just sharing your lifestyle and complimenting Beachbody for giving you that lifestyle. So you should be doing that at least once a day. And you know, if you have somebody that maybe is on our team, or if you have a success partner already and you want them to look through your newsfeed to see if there's anything that, you know, you can add or you're missing or those types of things, just let somebody on our team know, and I know that we would be happy to help you to do that, to help your page rock a little bit better. Okay, so I want you guys to think about this. How many people, I'm sure, have heard of LinkedIn? Okay, so I don't know who has a LinkedIn account on our team, but I know, okay, when I was in corporate America, you guys, for over 20 years, when LinkedIn came out, I like got on there, and I would make, you know, little statements, you know, about like top salesperson and the company I was working for and all those kind of things. So I was always getting people inviting me to join their organization because they have those headhunters that all they do all day long, right, is they go through and they're looking for top people, you know, to join their team. And so if you've ever had anybody reach out to you and ask you to join their company, like, does that feel bad? You know, I mean, seriously, does that feel bad? I mean, for me, even though I wasn't looking for like moving to a new company, a lot of the times it still felt good. It still felt like, you know, you're doing a good job, you know. So reaching out to people to invite them to our coaching opportunity is the same concept, okay? We think it feels good to be reached out to. And so recruiting for coaching is just like that. It makes people feel good that you're inviting them, okay? Seriously, you guys, like if you think about it, we're the only ones who like make it weird, okay? We're like the only ones that are like, oh, I don't know, you know? Like, it's not weird to people. It's not weird, but we are the ones that make it weird. You know, we are the ones that are like, well, I don't want people to think like I'm coming off like a pyramid scheme, you know? And it's because we've heard so many bad stories. But if you think about it, we have this amazing gift. Like, it's a gift. It seriously is. And when you start looking at it like that, all you're doing is offering people a gift. The same gift that has been a blessing to you, you know, that feels good to you. So I want you guys to think about that. Okay, and then also as you're talking to people in your conversations, like in their private messages, remember that people can feel how you're feeling in the conversation. All right, and so if you don't have that confidence that this is a good thing, you know, that you're being bothersome, it's going to come across that way, and you're putting not only self-doubt, like if you're not exuding self-doubt, not only exuding self-doubt out from you, but you're going to make them doubt if it's a good thing too. So you want to make sure when you go into your conversations of inviting people to your team that you're remembering all the things, all the reasons why this is a blessing, okay? Why this is a gift to people. So when you're going into those conversations, you're like, why not? You know, like, why would you not want to join? This is like the most amazing opportunity ever. Okay, the next thing is you want to look at your conversations with people. There's a couple of things that you want to look at as you're doing like a self-evaluation of your conversations, okay? So this goes for both inviting to challenge groups and recruiting. So one, you want to ask yourself, like, are they too complicated? Am I making my conversations too complicated? Okay. Two, are you giving them too much information up front? So I have actually seen, not on our team because we have really good training, but I've seen on other people's teams and just other coaches that they, like, I'm seeing posts of them putting all the information out there up front without even like having a conversation with somebody. So they're, you know, putting, you know, looking for whatever, it's this much, this is what you're gonna, like, they're just putting it all out there without even getting somebody curious, you know? And so you wanna make sure that you're not giving them too much information up front. You're taking the time to get to know people, get to know their goals before you actually give them detailed information, because you wanna make sure this is a good fit for them. You don't wanna just be like, you need to do this, and you know what I mean? Like, you want to make sure that you are asking questions and really taking the time to get to know them. So as you're asking questions, make sure that you're also asking questions back, because remember, it needs to be more about the other person. They need to feel special. They need to feel like their opinions and what they think about the world matters. And so you asking questions Tell them that you care, okay? And so you want to make sure that you do ask questions as you're, recruiting and as you are talking about your challenge groups. All right, next thing. If I were to go to your social media right now, would I know these next couple of things? Okay. For some people, this is really, really hard. This is like a flashlight on you. But will I know that you are a health and fitness coach? Number one, am I going to know that from looking at your news feed? Number two, will I know that you run fitness and health groups and that others can run health and fitness groups too? So that's another recruiting thing, okay? So are you sharing, have you ever thought about, becoming a Beachbody coach like me and helping other people get healthy and fit? So self-evaluation with, your conversations, your news feed, it's so important. And you guys, we're always becoming a better person, okay? We're never done. So as you do self-evaluations, you probably should do this at least once a month, okay? Just kind of scroll through, see how you did for the month before. It would probably be a good idea. See what worked, see what didn't work, see what was missing, and just make sure that you tweak it for the next month so that you can have, the success that you deserve, okay? Okay, so here's one of the tips. Remember Bonnie Engel, how we watched something from her the other day? All right, so Bonnie Engel, she actually runs her social media as her sneak peek. And this is what really struck out to me when I was watching one of her trainings for top leaders the other day. And so she basically takes the information that we generally run inside our sneak peeks, and she makes posts about it. So she'll do things like, posting about, I run into people that say it's too much money to become a coach. And so then she'll actually give the rebuttal, but in a post. So it's like she's taking whatever the objection is, and she's bringing it to her social media page and giving the rebuttal to that. Because if you think about it, if one person has that objection, you know that other people on your page are going to probably have the same thought process. And so if you are addressing it right up front, right out on your page, people are going to be like, oh my gosh, this girl is for real. She is being truthful. She's full of integrity. She's not just hiding behind private messaging. She's taking what we're talking about and she's believing it and she's putting it out on social media. So, you can do this with challenge group posts. That's actually what I did last night. If you guys didn't see my post from last night, I actually said a very common thing that I hear all the time in my private messaging is, dang, I fell off track, I have to quit. I mean, I hear that all the time when I work with challengers. They're like, they want to give up on themselves. And so that's why I'm like, dude, I had to make that post last night because I know that it's going to ring true for other people, And so you can do that with like challenge group type posts, recruiting posts, but you basically want to be just creating this lifestyle and be showing it to people. Okay, so the next thing is with your team, okay, as you're building your team, you want to be posting about small and big successes. So like maybe a big success would be like if somebody hit diamond. So that would be like a really big stepping stool in the business. But what did it take for that person to get to diamond? What type of challenges did they have along the way, and how are they overcoming those small little challenges that they have? Post about those things too, you guys, because you want your team to feel built up, especially as they're working towards a goal. And I've made it my mission to do my best to do that with all of you guys because I know the hard work that it takes and I know the frustration. I know how hard it is to hold rank. It's so hard. And sometimes it can be really stressful, and you're like, want to go and sit in a corner and pull your hair out, you know? I mean, you just have those kind of emotions. And so when you're running a team and you see these small, what might seem small, but you make them big, because we're a community, and we want people to understand that when they join our team, that they will become a part of our community, that they will feel special for every single thing that they do, because they're not getting it from their world. You know, most of the time they're being put down, they're being stuffed in a corner, and they're not feeling good about themselves. And so it's really important for us to do that. Okay, so just like a quick example, Bonnie said that sometimes she'll get an objection on social media about like our opportunity being a pyramid scheme. And so she'll actually share like how she used to feel that way too before she joined, and what she's found since then. Because again, if you know one person that's had that objection, and even like you yourself might have felt that way before joining our team, you're addressing that up front. Okay, so doing like taking what common objections that you hear from people, it actually gives you guys content to post about. Okay, so sometimes we feel like we run out of content. We're like, oh my gosh, what do we post? So this really allows more doors of content to open up to you guys. You never have to worry about running out of stuff, which I love. And again, it shows that you are being true, you're being honest, and you're being full of integrity from taking those objections inside a message. And, you know, because sometimes people are like, oh, she's just saying that to get a sale, you know? So if you're taking that common objection and you're actually putting it onto your social media, they're like, oh, that girl is totally awesome. And of course, you want to relate to how Beachbody has changed your life. Like how you have, you know, you maybe didn't work out before. You know, like me, I used to hate working out, you guys. Like, I literally would dread working out. Now, I'm hashtag addicted, and I share that with people all the time, because I'm addicted with how I feel afterwards. I don't necessarily like it during, okay? And I don't like it before. I sometimes have to build my mental energy up just to get it done. And that's okay. Like, that's why people, they fall out so quickly on themselves, because they're exactly like us. We have just developed those habits around pushing through that and forcing ourselves to get it in, because we know how it feels after. So we like have gotten addicted to that, and we've gotten addicted to how we're feeling and like fitting into our clothes better, smaller clothes, all that stuff. And so sharing the struggle that you have to get your workout shoes on and to push play, like, you should totally be sharing that with people if you have that struggle, okay? So people just want to see like how you were before, you know, and how you are in the thick of it, and then they want to see how you got to where you have gotten to. So if you're just showing people the end result, it's not going to feel like it can become their own reality, okay? You have to be able to share where you were at before coaching, the struggles that you had during coaching. By the way, it's okay to share your struggles as a coach. You're being real. It's not an easy career, but it's probably one of the most fulfilling careers, because we literally are changing lives, including our own, okay? So share the struggle. Don't feel scared to share the struggle, because I guarantee you, whatever you're struggling with, whether it's in your head, in your body, whatever, you know somebody else has that same struggle, all right? And it's really important to draw in your niche crowd. Your niche crowd is you. You're attracting you, basically. And so you want to be sharing your before life, your during struggles, and how you got there, because the best people on your team, the best business builders that you have, are going to be like-minded. We have very similar things in common with each other, you guys. That's why this works. That's why we're on this roll of building, because we get each other, like we get each other. And so it's important to draw people to you that are like you. And the only way you can do that is by being real on social media. Okay, so let's say that you're talking to somebody and you hear a no, okay? Like, how much does that freak you out? On a scale of 1 to 10, put your hands up. I want to know how much it freaks you out to hear a no. Okay, Lori said 7. Okay, Laura said 6. Okay, so why do you think it freaks us out? Do you think we take it personal, like it's against us as a person? Okay, so type in the chat what you feel, why you have that number. And then I'll actually say it out loud, because maybe someone else from our team might be feeling the same way. But there's 4 types of no's, okay? One no is just a flat out no. They're like, you suck, go away. Unfriend, block, see you later, you know? So there's like that type of no. But there's 3 other types of no's, you guys, that can work for you. And you can turn those no's into yeses. Those are the ones that say no, not now, okay? And they turn into a follow-up. The third one is, the second one is, it's not for me, but I have a friend that might be interested in it. So you want to make sure, you guys, if you have done absolutely everything that you can do to, like, you know, you find out their objections, they're talking to you, you know, you come back with a rebuttal, and then you do a close. If that doesn't work, they come back with another objection, and you've kind of gone through all of it, and they're like, you know what, I just don't think this is for this person right now. You want to make sure that you're asking for a referral every single time. Okay, I understand it's not for you. Do you know of someone else that in your life, maybe family member or friend, who might, you know, enjoy, you know, this type of program, or, you know, something like that? And get those referrals, because it might not be for them, but they might know somebody that loves to work out at home, you know, or they might know somebody that could really, really use some extra money to pay off credit card debt, you know. They might not need the opportunity, but somebody else might. So it's really important to ask for a referral. And then if all else fails, those slides that I gave to you guys last week, the Bonnie slides, do you remember those that have the rebuttals to the objections? There was one in there that talks about asking for advice, like literally asking them, you know, is there something wrong that I said? Did I not explain? Is there something I can improve in, so that when I go into my next conversation with somebody, I'll be a better person, you know, the next time. So just let people know you're very open to growing, and that you appreciate their opinion, you know, because it does matter. And a lot of times that'll take the pressure off of them, and they'll be more open, you know, to joining, because they're like, oh my gosh, this person doesn't mind my no, you know, she's met my concerns, and all of that stuff. Okay, so let me just see what you guys said. Okay, so Lori said, no's due to money. No, I surely. Okay. Laura, if it's something that I can talk to them about, I will give them info. I get discouraged if it's at the end of the month, or I've spent a lot of time and effort, oh yeah, with them. I always try to turn the no into a yes if I can. So yeah, this time of year, you guys, you're gonna get money objections. That's just, that's like unavoidable. Like, I'm even like, dang, we spent too much money this past weekend. That present I want to get for Chuck is going to have to be put off for another week. Like, I wanted to buy him something this week, but now I'll have to put it off, and that's okay. But you're going to get money objections because people are in spending mode. But knowing that people are in spending mode, we need to get them to go from spending on something that's just going to sit in the corner and look nice to, you know, spending money on themselves, which, if you're talking to moms, it's so hard for moms to put themselves first, you know. And I remember when my kids were little, and It was all about them. It was all about me taking them to football practice, soccer practice, you know, running out the door. I'd run out the door and grab apples, but like I didn't have time to even make a sandwich or anything like that. And so by the time practice was done, we were going through the drive-through, you know? And so think about that. Like if I was like that, I'm sure that there's a lot of other moms out there that do the same thing and they're struggling with putting their health first. So we have to meet them where they're at. Okay, it's really important. All right. Another thing that keeps people from moving forward in their business is fear. Okay. Fear keeps people back from so many good things in the business. No matter what people say or backlash you on, you are inspiring way more people than you might be offending. So I want to encourage you guys to, you know, whatever negativity that you're hearing, let that fuel your personal fire, your personal mission. Okay, again, I think I just already touched on this, but you want to publicly thank Beachbody for what it's doing in your life. So, you know, things like, thank you, Beachbody, for my new shoes, or, you know, something like that. Paying off the electric bill. Okay, and then I'm going to give you guys a couple of books, and this will actually, I'm actually going to be purchasing the first one I'm going to give to you guys because I really want to work on my marketing. I want to work on my marketing skills. And so one of the books that Bonnie reads is called Contagious. And I don't know the spelling of this. I didn't look it up yet, but it sounded like Jonna Berger. So I don't know. You guys can just, maybe if you type in Contagious, it'll come up. The other one is Jab, 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 Left Hook. And I can't remember the author either, but it's a really big marketing book. So then if you guys listen to podcasting, there's one called Entrepreneur on Fire. Okay. And I actually listen to that one. It's really good. I go and sit in the bathtub and listen to podcasts because I feel inspired. I get out and I start making some follow-up messages and stuff. It's pretty cool. But some of the things that you'll learn from those books are instead of using the word I, like I am looking for someone to join me, you could instead of I, you say we. We are looking for someone to join our team. Instead of join me, join our team. Instead of this person had success in the program, it could be this person on my team. So you're actually creating culture that another person wants to be a part of. So, and those are a couple of things that I am looking forward to learning when I go to read those books. But it's a lot of it is just changing the language, changing how we word things. Another thing is we're talking to people in conversation. We can be assumptive with them. So we just act like they're going to join our team, okay? And you can say things like, I can't wait to welcome you to our team page. Or I can't wait to talk to you again on day 15 of your coaching business to hear how you've earned back the cost of your challenge pack. So you talk like that to them, assuming that they're going to join. Instead of saying things like, what do you think? Do you want to join? You know what I mean? Like it sounds more confident, and why would they not join? So you're just giving off that assumption. Okay, another thing with being a good leader is in order to teach people to hit certain goals, you have to be teaching, or you have to be doing that same thing yourself. So if we are encouraging people and training people to affect 3 people's lives a month, we need to be doing that too. Because there's a saying, I might mess this up, the pace of the leader is the pace of the pack, or something like that. Like the pack basically follows what the leader is doing. So we have to be showing them that that is the way to be doing things. Okay. All right, so if you guys have questions, you can go ahead and type them. I'm also going to unmute. But I do want to let you guys know I updated the script last night, and I basically changed out sections 5, 6, and 7, I think it was, to how I've been using it the last couple of months. that has really been helping me. I feel like it's simplified everything. So I hope that you guys like the changes. If you want to use it, feel free. If you feel like you have something that is working better for you, then of course, use that. I'm also, you guys, very important to me. I joined this business, and probably the same for you. I joined this business to help people. Okay, I did not join this business to hit Success Club. Like, I didn't even know what that was. Okay, and I feel like the type of training that a lot of the coaches have out there and corporate has out there, while it's good and they reward us for getting to certain goals, and I love that, as a person running the business, okay, sometimes getting too into the numbers makes us treat somebody like a number. And so I was like, you know what, I've been wanting to change the wording for a long time, and it's going to help me. And so I'm like, I feel like if it's going to help me, that it's probably going to help our team. So if you notice in the file section where I put the December, normally it would say December Success Club, I actually changed the wording and I said December 3 to 5 Lives Club, because I really want us to become more focused on the people. I want us to become that light to them and the hope. I want us to be like that lighthouse, and I want people to be attracted to us and our team because we care, not because we're forcing Success Club. Because and I see we only have a minute left, so I don't even know if we have time for questions, but I feel like people have come into the business on my team. I have pushed Success Club, and I see them go out when they don't hit it. And so I've been racking my brain, like, why do people come in super, super excited? They go for it for like a month, and then they're like, it didn't work, bye-bye, And I'm thinking that part of it, it's not maybe the whole thing, but I think they're giving up on themselves too quickly and not realizing that this is a business that takes time to build, and it's consistency, and you have to get your messaging out there, and people have to see that consistency for them to want to follow you. But I also feel like we could be more focused on the people and changing lives than we are on Success Club points. Of course, the points will come as we're changing lives. So, all right, you guys. So I want to thank you for joining today's meeting, and I will definitely be here if you guys want me to look through your newsfeed, conversations that you're having with people to see how we can better things. Reach out to me. I'm here for you. I want you guys to be successful. It means a lot when I see you happy and I see you like enjoying your life and loving this lifestyle. So let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you be the best you and be the best leader. Okay, you guys. So thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed today's meeting. Bye.